All right, for the letter Q, you're going to make a circle and then a little tail. Good work. I'm going to go ahead and finish off my Q's here. And then we're going to make our lowercase q, which is going to be a circle, and then the tail is going to go backwards. When you start, it's going to look like an A, but then you're going to make that tail not under the circle, but the other direction. Good job. You're going to make the circle. It's going to look like the letter A, but go down for your tail and go the other way. Good work. Circle and tail. Circle, tail. Good work. I'm going to see if my last one can be my best one. Ooh, I think I did a really good job. All right, I like my last one at the top too. Let's go ahead and get started now. And we're going to write 3 things that start with Q. When I start, I make a qua, qua, qua. And then Q is almost always followed by a U. There are actually very few words with qua that don't start or that don't have the U second. But this is qua, ult, quilt. And we're going to make a quilt. Q-U-I-L-T, quilt. When you make a quilt, you're going to start by making a big square or a rectangle. And a quilt is a special type of blanket. It's a type of blanket that has like a patchwork in it. So you could have a really fancy quilt with some different shapes. There could be triangles in a quilt. There could be circles even in a quilt. But I'm going to make my favorite, which is a patchwork quilt. And it's where you can draw 3 lines across, and we'll have a straight row of patches. And then there's also going to be patches across. So when I get done, I should have little squares all over my quilt. Every other square in mine is going to make a pattern. Usually quilts have patterns. So I'm going to go ahead and make little lines across in every other square, and that will be my pattern. It's kind of looking like a checkerboard, isn't it? But it's not a checkerboard. I'm actually making a quilt. Quilts are things that you can wear or have over you, kind of wear when you're sleeping and keep you nice and warm on a cold winter night. And there's our quilt. If you wanted to, you could make a different design in the other squares, but I'm going to leave mine like that. Let's go ahead to the next box. And in the next box, we're going to make a question because you can ask a question, and question starts with Q. Qua, qua. Do you remember that letter that comes next? It's a U. Good work. Qua, Next, we're going to hear the E. Qua. Quest. Can you hear the S next? And then there is a T, and when we write that word, we could stop there and have the word quest, which is like going on an adventure. But we're not doing a quest, we're doing question. So I'm going to add that shun sound. That shun sound starts with the T, and then there's an I-O-N, question. You just have to memorize that chun part. It's just spelled differently. To make a question, all we have to do is make a question mark. Good work. The last one we're going to make is a coin, and it's a special coin that starts with the letter qua, or the letter Q and the sound qua. It's a quarter. So you're going to start with that Q. It's going to be followed by a U, and then you can hear the R sound, but we're going to make an A first. Remember, usually there's a letter before our R. So then their R is there, quart. Can you hear the T? Quarter. Whoop, another letter before the R, and this one happens to be an E. And there's my R, quarter. To make a quarter, You just have to make a circle, and a quarter is worth 25 cents. So in the middle, we're going to write 25, and we're going to make the cent sign. Go ahead and pause my video if you need to finish your picture. Great work. I'm so proud of you.